We have a rare opportunity to hear a voice from inside Syria. A resident of Hama joins me now on the phone, and for his safety, we are not identifying him on air. First, if you can hear me, just tell me what you've seen today.
Well, actually, this morning we woke up around 4 a.m. in the morning, and we heard a lot of bombing going on, especially on the north side of the city and the east side of the city. We heard after that, machine guns. We heard people, yelling with Allahu Akbar. We heard the mosque, they go Allahu Akbar to warn the neighbors, to warn the residents of the city that there's an attack, that, the army and the security forces are attacking the city. And after that, the hospitals, they reported so far there's about, there's over, 70 people that got killed, they got shot today here in Hama, and most of the injuries in the head and the chest and the neck. Most of the injuries as well, caused by machine guns of the tanks, the big bullets, which is, there's no opportunity for the person who get hit, to survive at all. Hospitals, they started to call people, to go and donate blood, but the thing is, the security forces that blocked all the roads, so it was really difficult to the people to reach the hospitals, and security forces and the army tanks, whenever they see any car moving, they start shooting at the car. Also, there's another hospital called Al-Hurani Hospital, which is a very famous hospital here, during the revolution here in Syria, especially in Hama. They're surrounded by a lot of, army soldiers, a lot of intelligence people, a lot of security forces. And, it's really awful. People here now on the streets, I'm here right now, I'm talking to you from the streets. I have my knife. I have, my neighbors, trying to protect the neighborhood. They're using, sticks, swords, knives, and that's all.
How frightened are you that you might be killed?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Are you frightened?
No, we're not. See, the thing is, people here, this is very amazing. People here are not scared anymore. What's the worst going to happen to Hama? What's the worst? The army is here, security forces are killing people. What's the worst going to happen? We're not scared of this at all. We just, we are willing to pay anything, of souls and people, just to get our freedom.
Now, the government is saying that there are armed terrorists, shooting at people, and that's actually the group they're fighting. How do you respond to that claim?
Well, there's no armed gangs at all. This is a story that the Syrian government has started, to tell from the very beginning of the revolution, from the beginning of the crisis. There's no, people, they use, as I told you, knives, sticks. Some people, they know how to make Molotov cocktails. They just splash it on the highways. They splash it on the streets just to deny the tanks to keep going inside. You might, in one neighborhood, or you find one or two people, who they own a pistol maybe or a rifle, and that's all. And they use it, just to protect their houses, to protect their women, to protect their kids from the army, from the security forces.
All right, a resident of Hama there describing what he's seen today, but not identifying him for security purposes. Thank you for your time, and please stay safe.
No problem. Thank you. And you guys pray for us.
Indeed, and you heard the resident there say that it was government tanks opening fire on people, and that is what resulted in so many deaths. We're going to continue to look at what's happening in Hama this hour. Rima Maktabi joins me later to tell us more about why this city, why this location is specifically being targeted, and to expand on what the holy month of Ramadan means and why it's a factor right now.